So hi all, today we will talk about the SQL defined functions, the maximum, the minimum, the count, the average, and others. So please at first subscribe to our channel so that you can get all the new videos, and let us start. So at first we will talk about the minimum and the maximum function. So actually so if we have a table, it's called the table one, and it has the full name, for example, as a column, and the salary, and we want to know the minimum and the maximum salaries in our company. So we can use the minimum or the maximum functions. So how can we use it? So simply we will select a minimum and the salary column, for example, here from the table one, and we can use the where if we want to exclude or include specific columns to get the minimum. So actually the where also here is optional. So if we omit the where condition here, the minimum function or the query, it will give us the minimum salary across the whole table. And similarly is the usage of the maximum function. So the where condition, it gives us the condition in which we indicate the rows which we will search inside them for the minimum or the maximum value. So let us show it in the SQL. I think it will be more obvious. So let us see at first everything in the employee table, and we can see that here we have 3 employees and each one has ID and salary. So we can first try to get the minimum salary in this table. So select the minimum function, and we indicate that we want the minimum salary from the employee table. And if we run this query, oh sorry, this is an error in the employee name, so it's like that. If we run the query, we will have the minimum salary in this table. But note that the salary column or the minimum salary column has no name. So to give it a name, it can be easily done by doing this: minimum salary. So if we run again the query, we see that it has a minimum salary column. So this is the first function. The maximum function is select the maximum salary, and we will give it a name: maximum salary from the employee. And we can see that we have as a maximum salary now. So what is the usage of the where condition? So let us check again the table, and we see that we have now 3 records. So if we want to select the minimum salary, from the employee, and we want to exclude the record in which Rafa Fadel is the full name. So how can we do it? We will state a condition, and the condition, it will be where the full name is not equal to Rafa Fadel. So in this case, the column in which the full name is Rafa Fadel, it will be excluded from the search. So the minimum salary, it should be the salary of 9,600. So let us try it. So yes. So let us go to the other functions: the count, the average, the sum. So actually, the count function, it returns the number of rows that matches a specific criteria. So how can we do it, for example? So let us again see the whole records. So if we want to select count, and here we can specify as a column, or we can give it such all, select the whole row, the count of the whole row from employee. So if we do that, it will give us the whole number of the rows inside the table. But we don't want that. We want to select the number of rows in the employee table where the salary is greater than 600. So if we use that, it will be 2 rows. So similarly, we have the average function. The average function is the function that returns the average value of a numeric column. So how can we do that? So actually, if we want to get the average salaries in our company, it will be select the average salary, and we will give it a name from the employee. So now we have the average salary across the table. Also here we can add a condition. So we can also include or exclude the salaries that are smaller than 6 or we can exclude the salaries that are smaller than or equal to 600. So here it will be only 2 salaries in the table that are taken into consideration, and their average, it will be like this. So also we have the sum. As a sum is the same as the average. It can be used to return the total sum of a numeric value and not the average. So sum, if we want to know the sum of salaries in our company, so we can select the sum of the salary, and we can give it a name from the employee table, and we can also specify a condition, but in this case we will run across the whole table. So the sum of the salary is 62400, and if we add also a condition to exclude the salaries that are equal to or smaller than 600, the sum, it will be 61800. So this is our functions that are embedded in the SQL, and that's all for today. Please subscribe to our channel and like our video, and see you in the next video. Thank you.